Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Academy Answers podcast. And if you're just joining us, thanks for listening and thanks for tuning into this podcast. And we do topics on this podcast. We're doing the question and answer format, meaning we get the questions from the work we do on social media, our blog, our Facebook, our email list, our website. And because we produce content in the area of personal development, people ask us questions and then we answer those questions at scale through the podcast. And because we believe that whatever someone else go through, someone else in the world have been through it before or will go through it at some point in time. It's just a difference in the individual. And might have been sometimes exacting, sometimes a little bit different, but usually there are principles that solve things, that gives you solutions. Not always tactics and hacks and strategies. Those things come and go. But then there are solid principles that are universal, that has stood the test of time, and that's what we try to share so that people can make intelligent and educated and enlightened decisions and find solutions to their problems that are long-lasting and sustainable. So just the other day we got a question that kind of spurred us into doing a 20 for 20. I know it's corny, 20 big ideas for 2020 to help you to begin, to help you to go through the process and to help you to end 2020 strong. That is probably corny too, but this is what we do. And we truly believe that some of these fundamental principles that we're going to touch on in these 2020, maybe the 20 of them resonate with you, maybe one or two, maybe half of one. And if that does, then that's enough. It's the power of increments. It's what, like, oftentimes we think it's this big, great, huge thing that's going to come to us, that's going to solve it all. No, it is the accumulation of the small things, the accumulation of the important things that's going to make it happen. So what we do on this podcast, as always, we talk about happiness, full potential, success, freedom. And there's a reason why the first thing is happiness, because everything is about you being happy. Everything is about you feeling fulfilled. Tony Robbins always say that the worst form of failure is success without fulfillment. Is climbing the ladder of success and realizing that it's up against the wrong wall. And then you have all the trappings and material trappings and status on the outside, and it looks rosy and fancy and pretty, but you're dying on the inside, and people take their lives, people get strung out on drugs, people just go berserk because something inside is not aligned. So we try to build it from ground up. We try to focus on the thing that matters. So today we are going to focus on our third thing. 3 of 20. This is number 3. What is it that's going to be the big idea for you? What's going to help you to start this year strong? What's going to help you to go through after the emotion of the new year has passed through? Because, you know, the new year, the 1st of January, the new decade comes with a certain amount of emotions. People are, oh, yes, I'm going to do it. You feel pumped. The initial process of want to do something. But then when life comes and slap you around a couple of times and all the regular everyday life comes back at you, you're likely to go back into the mold. 97% of people, like always, go right back there and never break out. Meanwhile, there are people breaking out and doing awesome stuff. We believe that everybody can. So we want to set you up with the skill sets and the enlightenment and the knowledge and the information to keep you aware, to make you get back on, to make you stay on, to make you fight for what you want. The third principle in our 20 is, what do you want? What's a priority for you? What do I mean by that? You see, as I said, that the worst type of failure is having success without fulfillment. There are many things that we are doing because of our culture, because of the way we were brought up. Like, I was talking to this kid, and she said that she's doing something in medicine, and she said that she don't really like it. She don't really like it, but her parents want her to do it because that's what their culture do, and she want to move out. and her parents don't really want her. They want her to get married at 21. She don't want to do it, and she's just so frustrated, and she's annoyed, and she's confused. She don't know what to do. She wants to make her parents happy. She's going through a tough time, and I know that a lot of people face that because mommy and daddy is not happy. Mommy and daddy think this is the way they should go. Mommy and daddy think they should go to college. Mommy and daddy think they should get a good job in a reputable or family worthy or family noted profession. And you know, I said to her that what mommy and daddy want is not wrong, but it's wrong for the time. Mommy and daddy are living or grew up in a different time, and they're stuck there. What is happening out here is totally different, like a full-on 180, north and south from what used to happen. Like the tables have turned. We see people like Kylie Jenner, who has had successes in cosmetic that most of these huge multinational Wall Street companies never had in that period of time. She's building huge brands out of from her Instagram channel and making billions. Cited to be probably one of the youngest billionaire. We have regular kids going online, creating games, making a lot of money, becoming financially free when they're in their 20s. And we have many things happening that are different from when you know, from the 80s and 90s. So if you follow, it's simple. If you follow what other people want for your life, parents, friends, co-workers, society, then you're likely to get what they want and not get what you want. And pretty soon, when the smoke clear, God forbid parents pass away, we all go one day, friends move on, you change jobs, and you change friends, and all that sort of thing, and family members, you fall out with them, you will end up with their thinking of what your life should be. That is the worst position to be in. Living with the results of other people's thinking. Because you will never be fulfilled if what you're doing is not what you want. The key is happiness. It all is made and created in happiness. If you're not happy, then what else is there? If you're not happy, what else is there? So the third principle is, what are your priorities? What do you want? Not what society wants, not what make you feel a little burst of pleasure. Deep down, what is it that you would want to do? It might not be the thing that you can do now, because you might have to survive and you might have to get a job and you might have to do that. But do you have what you want in front of you? Do you have a plan? Do you have a blueprint? Are your activities and your behavior mapped towards getting that? What is it going to be for you? I have a friend who said, like, oh, I want to do a charity and I want to do this and that and that and that. But I'd like to get this building, and then we're taking food, and then I have 3 trucks, and then I have... But, you know, that's all well and good and lofty. But what do you have now to do a charity? Like, how much money do you have in terms of where you want to go? If you don't have that type of resources to go big from the get-go, then how are you going to do it? For example, Tony Robbins' charity, he started some Thanksgiving ago. He fed two homeless people on the street. Now he's feeding something, giving 6 million people or more meals on Thanksgiving Day. But he started with 2. So the idea that it's an event, success in an event, is the most ridiculous idea that is perpetrated by people who actually never get to do anything or never move on their dreams, because they're looking to do the event way. There's no event. There's a process. So if you want to start a charity, for example, you give 2 shirts to this kid that is homeless. And you give a couple of meals to this home over there. You go over there and you offer your service. You help to clean up, and you work in the charity. If you want to start a business, you start a website and you have one product. You want to open a store, you start to sell things from your home, sell your co-workers. You want to fix cars, you get one. You go to school, you get to learn a trade. You want to cut hair, you do that. You do the studies and you take your time. If you want to own a chain of stores, you start with one store. I'm saying that whatever you want, you must absorb and believe in and understand that it's not going to be an event. So do not allow the magnitude of where you want to go, the size that you want to be at, to block your desire or to stifle your better judgment to understand that you have to start smaller. And do not allow people to dictate what you should want. What you want, you know. Everybody know what they want. You have to keep that a priority. So this year, whatever it is that you have in you, that you want, start to realign yourself with that. Do you love sports? You love football? You like to talk about anything? Just type it into Google, find find people who are monetizing that same thing that you want to do. Because I know that the ultimate thing is economics. People are wondering, then how can I do this and still pay my bills? Do what you're doing, and then you start to find ways to do that on the side until you can build it to a level where it can bring you to the income levels that you're having now. It can replace your income, and you may run the two of them for a while so you can stack up some funds so that it can hold you down for a period of time, 6 months, a year, if things really get tough. Because things do get tough in business, things change, you don't know what can happen. So you want to insure yourself also. But you got to believe in yourself, and you got to stay true to what you want. Because if you don't want it, if you don't like it, you're not going to put in the dedicated hours and time of work to get it done. It's as simple as that. The motivation will not be there. Willpower and sudden will and saying you're going to do it is not enough. You need to have the wiring inside that will make you do it. That will make you do it and not get tired. That will make you sacrifice everything. That will make you tell the people no, because the pull is so strong. But you must align and feed what you want. If you like to do hair, put hair channels on your phone, hair blogs, hair groups in Facebook. Surround yourself with that. Get people who are into the business of hair. Listen, hair news, and feed that. When you start to do the things and to surround yourself with all the things that is in alignment with what you want, your creativity in this area becomes way better. You will see ideas that resonate with you, and you will get ideas of your own, and you'll find better ways to do what you see happening out there. That's how it's done. It's done through immersion. But you cannot say, I wanted to do marketing in school, but I don't think I could get a job, so I end up now being an accountant, and I hate it, but I have to pay the bills because I got a mortgage. No. Watch the marketing channels, start to go off into an area of marketing. Stop pissing away your money and use some of that money and to go do a marketing course and get a freelance job, go on Fiverr. Like, find a way to do your passion. And when I'm telling you to prioritize yourself, when I'm telling you to get aligned with what you love, I am only going after one thing, and everybody can resonate with this thing. And that thing is happiness. Something that will make you happy and feel good and fulfilled inside. Believe in it and start to do it. I know people are buried under the clutter of everyday life, and we all are, and stresses and pressures and where we are now and we don't want to be and all the frustration point. But unless you venture towards a solution, then these problems will be problems that you talk about every single year. It will be problems that will be hanging over your head for the rest of your life. It will be problems that you have to do with, and you will get more problems. What if you take on a painful journey that actually has some fulfillment in that pain? What if you're frustrated towards an ideal outcome? What if you're anxious because you know that anytime now something great could come of this? Then that's a better way to be anxious, and that's a better thing to have anxiety about, and that's a better thing to be stressed about, and that's a better thing to look forward to. But what if you're anxious about the job that you hate? What if you're anxious and stressed about the bills that you can't pay? What if you're anxious about the life you're living that you don't want to live? Where's the solution going to come from? So, we're saying that if you're in pain, you might as well get a reward for it. And you cannot have 10 pains in your life, and none of the pains are leading towards an ideal outcome. Your marriage, your bills, your job, your friends, your environment, your church, your family, all these things, all the pains that you have, none of them have anything that is likely to turn things around for you. What about the pain of building a business? What about the pain of building the career you want? What about the pain of totally revamping your life and starting new and fresh? Those pains can go somewhere that's ideal. So you will have a life to live. You will have a journey to go on. So why don't you pick one journey that will be awesome for you? Have a great day. Thank you. My pleasure.